and citrus trees than anyone in Marion County. You always get lowest prices and guarantee. Plus, every day you buy one tree, you get a second one for half price. That means you can buy a 4 to 6 foot tree for as little as $49.99 and get another one just like it for only $25. Hundreds of types and sizes are available. You can get delivered, planted, and guaranteed. So think about trees. Think about Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, away from all the traffic. Daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, Ocala's Tree Place since 1952.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Hey, I didn't know it rained last night.
Oh, it didn't. Why do you say that?
Because little Johnny's in the backyard playing in that big mud puddle.
Did you leave the hose on?
No, the neighbor borrowed it yesterday.
Wait, is that the side where the septic...
Johnny, get out of there!
Having septic problems? At Mike Scott Plumbing, we can make those septic worries disappear. We can pump your septic tank, repair your drain field, and, if needed, even install a whole new system. At Mike Scott Plumbing, we don't take crap from anyone. We take it from everyone. 237-2888. Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Now you did it. Are you completely insane? He's back. He, who must not be named. The man, the myth, the only guy in Ocala to eat his own weight in fried pickles. Twice. Now, you asked for it. Sorta. Live and in person. It's Tom Schmitz.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks with Tom Schmitz on a Tuesday morning, January 5th, 2021. Today's big day in Marion County because the Florida Department of Health in Marion County will begin administering vaccinations by appointment only. About 200 residents over the age of 65 and older will be in the first group. Marion County's COVID rate cases and deaths continue to be on the uptick. Marion County recorded 283 new cases and 13 deaths on Sunday and Monday combined. That brings a total of 18,741 cases and 485 positive cases and 485 deaths in Marion County. 50,000 residents ages 65 and older have now registered to get the vaccination in Marion County. This is the Moderna vaccination. Matter of fact, at that 50,000 number, local officials have stopped registering 65 and over to get the vaccine. Christy Juergens, the local health department spokeswoman, said 800 of the 50,000 people have received appointment times. The scheduling process will take time because the agency's 7 call takers have been bombarded with thousands of calls every day. Vaccination appointments are made in order of registration. And she said due to the number of registrations we've received, it'll take multiple weeks to work through the list and contact people for appointments. The best place to get general questions about COVID-19 vaccines in Marion County answered is to visit the local health department's website. That's marion.floridahealth.gov, or their Twitter account, which is twitter.com/FLHealthMarion. Once again, the best place to go get your general questions answered about the COVID-19 vaccine in Marion County, go to marion.floridahealth.gov, or go on Twitter, twitter.com/FLHealthMarion to get your questions answered about COVID-19 in Marion County, the vaccines in Marion County. Today's a very important day also in the national scene as the runoff elections in Georgia are being held today. The eye of the nation is on Georgia. Voters headed to the polls this morning at 7 for the runoff races that will decide which party controls the U.S. Senate. This may be one of the most important runoff elections in the history of this country, in my opinion. Incumbent Republicans Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue are in a race against the Democratic challengers Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff. A win by the Democrats would mean that President-elect Joe Biden would have a much easier time passing legislation through a Democrat-controlled House and Senate. But both Ossoff and Warnock would have to win for that to happen. When somebody says, well, what do you mean, Tom? I thought it was 50-50 in the Senate. It will be, which means the Democrats will control the Senate. How's that possible? It's 50-50. Yeah, and all ties are broke by the vice president per the Constitution. Vice president will not be voting with the Republicans. I'm almost positive. Now, some people have asked me, Tom, could there be a second runoff in Georgia? Yes, there could. But it's highly, highly unlikely. The only way there would be a second runoff of these the only way there'd be another runoff after these is if, say, Kelly Loeffler and Raphael Warnock say they tied the exact number of votes each. Well, then we go to another runoff. But if you win by one vote, you win in these runoffs. So the only way a second runoff could happen is in case of a tie. Some people say, when are we going to know about the winners? When will we know who actually won? Well, I mean, if the November elections are any indication, it could be days or even weeks before winners are known. Absentee ballots are at an astronomical level. They take longer to count. 1.37 million absentee ballots were requested. 70% of those have been returned. The ballots can be processed ahead of time, removed from envelopes and prepared, but they cannot be counted until the runoff election day. So they can't be counted, started counting them till tonight. The election certification, they have until January 15th to certify results. The Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger, has until January 22nd to certify statewide results. But there could be court fights, moves by officials across Georgia that draw the races out to the buzzer. And by the way, each county gets to hold the election the way they want to. Their runoffs and counting are done the way they want them to do, as long as they're within the Georgia Constitution. Let me explain something to you folks. In Florida, we have 67 counties. Each county has the individual process of counting their votes and then getting them to the state to be certified. 67. That is, what is that? 88 less than, let me see exactly what it is. Because we have 67 counties in Florida. And that sounds like a lot, but it's not when you're talking about Georgia. In Georgia, they have 92 more counties than we have. They have 159 counties in the state of Georgia to count. The only state with more counties than the state of Georgia is the state of Texas. 159 counties, 159 different ways that they can hold these runoffs. So it could be a while, and Georgia counties have until the 15th. So they have 10 days from today to certify this election. So we may not know the results of this for 10 to 15 days, because the 22nd, which is 17 days from now, is when the state Secretary of State has to certify the elections. When will the winners be sworn in if they are done? Well, Congress is sworn in on Sunday. The victors in the two Georgia runoffs will be sworn in as soon as they're certified. So it probably will not be before January 22nd. David Perdue's term ended Sunday. What happens to that? Well, his seat will remain vacant until the winner's decided. Kelly Loeffler will retain her seat in the Senate until 2023 if she wins, but if she loses, the seat goes to Raphael Warnock. So, the term is ended. We hear the word recount all the time. Could there be a recount? Well, of course there could. If either race ends with the winner holding less than 0.5% margin, a recount could be requested. But the 50% plus one requirement for winning is mathematically applied to runoff since there are only two candidates. The candidates with the more votes win automatically because they'll have more than 50% of the vote. Now, here is a big sticking point for the state of Georgia. And I got a problem with this, and a lot of people do. Can you vote in the runoff election if you didn't vote in the general election? Well, I would say no. If you didn't vote in the general election, how do you get to vote in the runoff election? Not so fast. In Georgia, yes, as long as you're a registered Georgia voter, you can vote in the runoff regardless of whether you voted November 3rd or not. More than 100,000 people who did not vote in November were early voters this time around for the Senate runoff races. There's going to be at least 100,000 new voters that vote today in Georgia. What? Yep, that's what I'm telling you. You don't have to have you do not have to have voted in the general election to be eligible to vote in the runoff election in Georgia. Polls are open in Georgia from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Absentee ballots must be returned by 7 p.m. tonight to be counted. So there's some questions. If you had any questions about how the vote's going to go in Georgia today, it is a runoff. 50 plus one's all you need. And if you are hoping for a Senate controlled by Republicans, the Republicans have to win one of the two runoff races. If you're hoping for a Senate controlled by the Democrats have to win both. The Republicans need to go 1-1. The Democrats need to go 2-0. Depending on how you feel about whether it should be controlled by the Senate or the House, whether the Senate should be controlled by the Republicans or the Democrats. I will tell you this. If it is controlled by the Democrats, Congress, for the first time in a long time, will get some work done. May not be the work you agree with, but it'll be work done. If the Republicans control the Senate, very little work will get done, as has happened for the last, the first 2 years of Trump's presidency. It was a Congress and Senate controlled by the Republicans, so there was some work done. Four of Obama's years, there was the Senate and the House were controlled by Democrats, so there was some work done. But in this day and age of partisanship, where they won't even try to work together, there's going to be very little work done outside of approving budgets to keep the government open if the Senate is controlled by the Republicans. I, as a Republican, am okay with that. I was not okay with it when the House did it while Trump was his last 2 years. See how that flip-flops? I'm okay with stalling if we have to stall to keep the Democrats from passing legislation, but I'm not okay with stalling if it stops the Republicans from passing legislation. I'm just as bad about partisanship as everybody else, I guess. There's going to have to come a time where somebody's going to have to lean across the aisle and say we need to work together. Some of the more liberal Republicans and some of the more conservative Democrats are going to have to get through the hogwash that is the far right and the far left. You may not like me saying that, but compromise is how this country was built. Not taking your ball and going home because you don't like the people on the other side. And we've gotten away from that since really Bill Clinton. And we need to get back to where there are statesmen and stateswomen that are doing the work that is required of them to do through the Constitution, instead of this hatred of each other that has taken place over the last 20 years in Washington. It cannot and should not continue. But it will, unless the Democrats get both seats in the Senate today in the Georgia runoff. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll give you this day in history. Plus, you know that fugitive that they caught from Nebraska, the drug kingpin from Nebraska? Well, there's been another arrest made, too. I'll tell you about that. You're listening to Ocala Talks on WOCA, The Source.
OCA. Buying and selling? Then you know about OcalaForSale.com, Marion County's internet marketplace. But there's something you might not know. I'm Michael Warren, president of USA for Sale. We created Ocala for Sale in 1998 with a passion to connect buyers and sellers and to help local businesses reach shoppers online. On Ocala for Sale, you're just a click away from thousands of deals for real estate, rentals, cars, furniture, appliances, horses, pets, and more. Looking for a job? Our Help Wanted section is booming. Shopping the villages and beyond? Now you'll find great deals on villages for sale, as well as our new statewide classified, Florida for Sale. Log on today and post your free classified. You'll reach thousands of shoppers who check our listings every day. Are you a business looking to get a corner on the internet marketplace? USA for Sale can help you reach your target audience in Ocala, the villages, and statewide. There's no better place to reach shoppers than right where they shop. Let us show you how. Learn more by calling 352-629-1663 or visit us online at usaforsale.com.
Think you know Dex Imaging? Think again. In the office, streamlining communications. In the field, delivering top-notch service, enhancing productivity and reducing downtime. In the data center, a part of the growing digital document revolution. In the world of business, supporting entrepreneurs and helping companies grow. In the forefront of technology, developing cutting-edge document management solutions. So if you think you know Dex Imaging, you don't know Dex.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's friend. It causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. So let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358.
And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358.
Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala.
So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. Gene and Debbie thank you for another successful year and to wish you and yours a year ahead full of health, faith, and compassion. In addition to our pasture mowing, we also offer fence line spraying for weed control and rototilling for your winter gardens. We are family owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm ready. Powell Gene, Gene at yahoo.com. 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. 352